Today we will discuss about the quadrilateral. Firstly, you are aware about the quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is a polygon made up of four lines, four sides. It has four sides, four angles and four vertices. The sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. There are many types of quadrilateral. So firstly, if you know that the sum of all four angles equal to 360 degree, and this is known as the angle sum property of quadrilateral also. Now there are many types of quadrilateral. So now we will one by one we will discuss the types of quadrilateral. The main type, parallelogram. Then after we having rectangle, square, rhombus, trapezium. So firstly see about the parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral having opposite sides equal and parallel to each other. Okay, it means a square, rectangle and rhombus is also said to be parallelogram. And the perimeter of parallelogram, you are aware, 2 bracket a plus b, and the area is 1 upon 2 base into height. We having the derivation also for this purpose to prove that the area of parallelogram is 1 upon 2 base into height. So this is the basic concept of parallelogram, and there are many theorems, approximate 8 theorems are given in parallelogram in NCERT class 9th. So you should go through each and every theorem. Okay, there are in these theorems the properties of parallelogram are given. For the example, suppose that if in any quadrilateral one pair of side is equal and parallel, that is parallelogram. The diagonals of parallelogram bisecting to each other. So these are the properties given in the form of theorems. So just go through the theorems of parallelogram. Then next is rectangle. So rectangle, actually this definition is given according to your previous classes, like is a rectangle is a quadrilateral having opposite sides and lines equal. It also forms four right angles. It is also said to be a parallelogram as its opposite sides are parallel. But now according to the parallelogram, you can say rectangle as a parallelogram. If in any parallelogram any one angle is a right angle, in that condition parallelogram is a rectangle. So this is the definition of rectangle in the term of parallelogram also. Means if in any parallelogram any one angle is a right angle, that is a rectangle. And you are aware, perimeter same 2 bracket L plus B, and area is length into breadth. Next is square. A square is a quadrilateral having 4 equal straight sides and lines, and it also have 4 right angles, means each angle is a right angle. It can be also called as a parallelogram. So now again the definition of square in the term of parallelogram, you can say in any parallelogram if one pair of adjacent side is equal and any one angle is a right angle. Again I repeating, in any parallelogram if one pair of adjacent side is equal and any one angle is a right angle, in that condition parallelogram is a square. And the perimeter of a square, you are aware, 4 into side, and the area of square is also side into side. Now we having rhombus. Rhombus is also very important quadrilateral, very special type, very important type of quadrilateral. A rhombus is a flat shape with 4 equal straight sides. Opposite sides are parallel and opposite angles are equal. It is a parallelogram. So rhombus is also parallelogram. Its 2 diagonals intersect and make 4 right angles. The basic difference between rhombus and parallelogram, in parallelogram diagonals are bisecting to each other, and in the rhombus diagonals are bisecting to each other at right angle. So means if in any parallelogram diagonals are bisecting to each other, this is the property of parallelogram. But if they are bisecting to each other at right angle, in that condition you can say parallelogram is a rhombus also. Perimeter, you are aware, all sides are equal, so sum of all sides are, you can say, 4 into side also. And area 1 upon 2, diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. There is also derivation for this area of rhombus also 1 upon 2, diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Okay, in class 8 also in reference books this was given, and now this time in class 9 this is given in NCERT also. We will discuss in the class. Now then after we having trapezium. Quadrilateral having two opposite sides are parallel and two are not. The sum of two alternative opposite angles is equal to 180 degree. So very simple word you can say that if in any quadrilateral one pair of side is parallel, that is a trapezium. So it means all parallelograms are trapezium. All parallelograms are trapezium. Actually this is written there, they are two or not. But you can go through the NCERT and you can remember this thing also, that in any parallelogram, in any trapezium, you can say only for trapezium, if one pair of side is parallel, that is trapezium. And perimeter of trapezium, you know the sum of all sides, and area 1 upon 2 height into the sum of parallel side. This is very, very important formula, and there is a very important derivation also. Okay. Now see the properties of parallelogram. Now division by diagonal, opposite sides, angles, and diagonal bisects. Now see, firstly division by diagonal. If we make a diagonal in the parallelogram, it will be divided the parallelogram into two equal congruent triangles. You are aware if you join any diagonal, then it divides the parallelogram in the two congruent triangles. The formula of the area of triangle 1 upon 2 base into height. So the area parallelogram equal to 2 into 1 upon 2 base into height. So it means what you will get? Base into height. Now opposite side of a parallelogram. The opposite side of parallelogram is always equal because they are parallel also, so they are equal also. The opposite sides of a parallelogram is also parallel to each other as the name uniforms, because name is parallelogram. Parallelogram means sides, opposite sides are parallel. And the opposite side of a square, rectangle, and the rhombus are equal and parallel, so they are also said to be parallelogram. Angles of parallelogram. The alternate opposite angles of parallelogram is always congruent. The alternate opposite angles of parallelogram is always congruent. Similarly, the consecutive angles make a supplementary angles or straight angle. You are aware that consecutive angles make a supplementary angle because they will be co-interior angle also. If one angle is a right angle, then all are right. Means if any one angle of a parallelogram is a right angle, previously also I told you, then all angles are also right angles. For example, square, rectangle, and rhombus. Now see the diagonal bisects. If we draw two diagonal in a parallelogram, they will always bisect to each other. The two diagonals divide the parallelogram into four congruent triangles also. Because if you join two diagonals of a parallelogram, then you will get now the parallelogram will be divided in four triangles. So and these all four triangles will be congruent. So by measuring two diagonals in a parallelogram, we can also find its area 1 upon 2 diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Now this is very important. We discuss the derivation also, the midpoint theorem. The line segment joining the midpoints of a two side of a triangle is parallel to the third side. So the line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisect the third side. So the first condition is given midpoint theorem, and the second is a converse of midpoint theorem. Now so go through the questions and see the derivation of midpoint theorem properly. Already we discussed in the class. Okay, and if any doubt, please feel free to ask. Thank you, cadets. Jai Hind.